Well, everyone, she's coming home. A little dirty, but she's coming home. I'm happy. Let me show you what I got. There she is in her prime and glory, everybody. My first motorcycle, 1979 GS750. Now, I have another motorcycle, but this was my first bike I ever rode when I first started riding. She's a little dirty and messed up right now. Here's the tank. Been sitting in storage for a while. Got some mechanical issues we got to address. Figure out what's going on with it. Definitely need to change the oil on this thing. Figure out why the damn thing won't kick over. I'm going to check the solenoid. I got a wire here. It ain't hooked up for some reason. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we got to do to her, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I bought this motorcycle back in 2009. I stripped it down to the frame years ago. About, let's see, how long ago was that? About 10 years ago. Put it all back together. Had a shop try to finish it at the time. And then they didn't do everything correct. They did a rush job, made money on me, and I got screwed and got the shaft. So Greencastle couple of custom cycles did the job at the time to finish it up and didn't make things right. So I will not ever take a motorcycle to that shop ever again. I don't know if they're still in business or not, but I will say is I won't even take a tricycle to have it worked on in his shop ever again. The things that I found. So, but I will say is that we're going to make things right, get it safe, get it where it's rideable again, and start riding her again. Whole reason I bought the Harley at the time was because basically I didn't have anything to ride. So it was the cheapest thing I could find. It was dependable and easy to find parts for. This is a hard bike to find parts for. You got to go to these junkyards and find the parts to make it run or do what it needs to do on some of the parts. There is still some minor parts you can find, like the jets for the carburetors and stuff like that, but that's even getting harder to find with the seals and the gaskets and all that too. So keep that in mind when you buy a vintage motorcycle. Make sure you know where to find the parts because they are hard to find. I got a place out in Indianapolis I use is Cycle Recycle. Matter of fact, I'm going to be hitting them up here in the near future, grabbing some parts that will update the motorcycle and make it even better. Y'all have a great day.